everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, Jeffree Star and Morphe have announced that they are collaborating for the second time to launch a massive collection, including this palette right here. Now, as soon as I saw this palette, I was like, you know what, might as well do a look inspired by this palette because I've done like, what, 2 already this week? Has it been 2? I think I've done 1. This is my second one. I haven't done too much. I haven't gone too crazy, but you guys know how much I love like doing just doing looks inspired by palettes, and it's something that I really like doing. I think it really encourages you know, anti-consumerism a little bit, which I like, and I also love being creative, and I love encouraging myself to try new combinations and new color stories originating from my own makeup collection. So with that being said, if you're new here, let me just introduce myself. My name is Anya. I post makeup videos on my channel every single week. My content ranges from videos such as this, and I also like to include a splash of makeup commentary. I comment on the industry, and I also just give you guys like what I would like to think as a new and interesting perspective on makeup. I tend to do makeup history videos. I love to do videos talking about runway makeup looks and makeup artists and all this sort of thing. So on my channel, you will definitely find a melting pot of many different topics revolving around art and makeup. So if you're interested in any of that and you want to learn more, please check out the cards up in the right hand corner, and also check my channel down below, or it'll be somewhere on the screen. But with that being said, I hope you guys end up enjoying this video, so let's just get right on into it. Jeffree Star has launched this second collaboration with the renowned makeup brand Morphe that we all have so many opinions about. She said, using a Morphe brush. But Jeffree Star has launched this collaboration, and I'm pretty sure that I have already shown you guys the photos in this video, so I don't know if I'll like flash it on the screen right now or not. But I just came home from work and I didn't want to take my makeup off and start over again, so I'm just gonna like adjust like my brows and just add on to the makeup that I'm already wearing. So pretty much what I did in yesterday's video, or was it the day before yesterday? Basically, I think I posted like a video super recently in which I did pretty much the same thing that I'm doing now. Came home with a sweaty face, did makeup on top of that sweaty face, and just, you know, moved on. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about Jeffree Star. And I think while I'm just gonna be like getting on my eyeshadow primer and adjusting my brows, I feel like it's a good time to just give you guys like a rundown of my opinions on this palette, because I was going to wait until my Will I Buy It, which is going to be published later this week on Sunday, but then I was like, you know what, I don't really like want to wait to tell you guys my opinions on this eyeshadow palette at least. Is it an eyeshadow palette? It's an artistry palette. I don't know if there are any pressed pigments in there at the moment. I believe Jeffree Star just might release like some sort of like a video explaining and promoting the palette, and if so, like if he releases it, I will watch it. I haven't actually checked to see if he's released it because I'm gonna give it to you guys straight. I'm tired, but here are my opinions on this palette. Number 1, I think that this collaboration makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. That's what I was thinking when I first saw this palette, because I was like, first of all, this is like a huge, like not like a pretty sizable collection, and it includes this eyeshadow palette, and apparently this eyeshadow palette is like one of the main events, if not the main event of the entire collection, right? So the palette has 30 colors in it, and it looks, how do I say this nicely? It looks like a cheap Claire's knockoff. And I say cheap Claire's because it looks cheaper than Claire's. Does that make any sense? And I am not critiquing Jeffree Star's overall style or his like way of doing like makeup packaging, because he has his own line and he's released like eyeshadow palettes in his own line before. He's already done eyeshadows, or he's already done shadows for the eyes just in general. So I think that his packaging that he does for his brand is done in a way that's like fun. It's like not like luxury looking, but it's expensive looking at the very least, you know? This looks like Claire's. It looks so cheap, and it's like, what is he trying to do? Like, my question is, what is he trying to do with this palette? Like, because he already has launched other palettes with his own brand, and apparently everyone who's tried those palettes really enjoys them. So my question is, I'm just going to put a little bit of eye primer on. My question is, why do a collaboration with Morphe and include an eyeshadow palette when you can clearly make one yourself, you know? But then I was thinking about it, and I was like thinking, because let's face it, this eyeshadow palette, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's just like another all-in-one palette that we don't need. Because let's just face it, there's so many of those palettes out there right now, it's just becoming so incredibly boring. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to see something. I don't want to see this right now, you know what I mean? And maybe that's just my opinion. In fact, it is. And did anyone ask me? No, they did not. But, you know, I just wanted to like give you guys a little bit of a rundown. I think that like what might have happened, and this is me speculating, I have no insider information. I did not even know much about the inner workings of this industry because I have not participated in this industry in that way. However, I'm like thinking, either they had a contract with him for a very long time and they were just now saying, okay, we want you to make this palette with us now, or they offered him a hunk of money. They said, you won't have to do much, you will just have to promote this palette and say it's yours, and we'll give you like a huge chunk of change, or we'll give you like this like big sum of money to just work on this palette for a little bit and then release it, or like work on this collection for a little bit and then release it. Because Jeffree Star, like, I assume that he's a busy person, because I don't see Jeffree Star like just being lazy, you know? And it's like, if you have your own brand, if you have several businesses, like, why design a palette with a brand that is notorious for just releasing palettes like and collections like that, and having everybody hype about each collection for like 2 seconds and then having all the hype disappear, you know what I mean? And ironically, I'm gonna go ahead and use the James Charles and Morphe palette right here. So because this is a look a la Jeffree Star, I felt like it would be appropriate to go in with some beautiful like hot pink. Okay? Because, I mean, one of the things that I do like about Jeffree Star, and trust me, there's not a lot I like about him, but this is something that I really do like about him. He really uses a lot of pink, and he uses it really well. And I thought that it might be appropriate to just go in with this color right here, which is actually similar to a shade from the palette, and I'll put it here so you can see. But I'm pretty much going to play around with this and see how it goes. I'm not sure exactly where I want to apply it, but hopefully I'll gain a little bit of clarity as I'm working. This, my friends, is a very popping, very beautiful bright pink color. I'm going to add to this look by doing a brow bone highlight. I'm looking at the palette and I'm seeing this silvery color that sort of, like, I would say corresponds to this color right here from the James Charles palette. So I'm just gonna use this as a sort of like a potential alternative for that shade. And yes, I should be doing my brow bone highlight first. At least that's what I want to do. Like, that's what I usually do. But I actually forgot to do my brow bone highlight. So I'm just gonna like apply it right into that region. I'm going back in with this brush. I'm not dipping it into any more product. Instead, I'm literally just going to use this to mesh the pink in with some of the brow bone highlight. Now, because I really want to use a palette from an absolutely wonderful and such a positive role model, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I'm using a lot of Morphe today. That's not exactly on purpose, I just have a lot of Morphe palettes. Sorry, the insert just flew out, you know, cheap packaging. Okay, I gotta stop. I actually looked at this turquoise color. I mean, I remembered this turquoise color, and I decided it was kind of similar to one from the Jeffree Star palette, so I'm literally just going to take this on my finger, the way we do here on my channel, and I'm just going to pack it right into the center of my eyelid. Is this something I should be using with a pink, according to color theory? No. Am I good at following makeup rules? No. Will this look probably turn into a straight up muddy mess? Yes, it probably will. Similar to what I was doing the other day with my look inspired by the Anya palette, I don't mind applying the turquoise shadow over the eyeliner. In fact, I'm just going ahead and just doing that because I'll be taking a black and I'll just be retracing the eyeliner at the end anyway, so I'm not really worried about getting my eyeliner messed up. To add to this look, I'm just going to take this brush, pick up more of that pink color, and just really intensify that pink color in the crease area. We're still on the Morphe train, so I'm going to pick up this color right here from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I think it's quite similar to one of the orangey shades in the Jeffree Star palette. So I'm just going to apply this into my lower lash line. Actually, wait, no, hold up. Backpedal, screeching halt. I'm going to pause and I'm just going to do my face makeup because I kind of... See, the thing is, I want to do... Where's my little brush? I like to do my face makeup before I do my under eye makeup, and by face makeup I mean put no foundation on and just put on highlight and bronzer, because I just like to be a little bit more liberal with the way I apply highlight, so I don't want that method of application to mess up any under eye thing that I might have, you know? So I'm just gonna put this on my like cheekbone / temple. I'm not gonna put this on the center of my face because my face is already an oil slick and I don't want to add to that lovely effect by putting highlights up my nose. But, oh my gosh, that sounds so inappropriate. But I am going to just apply some highlight to my cheekbones and to my temple area because those areas don't get sweaty enough, so as a result, they're not highlighted enough. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Duh. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. We don't know what's happening. Okay, you know what? I should just shut up and let the music that I probably put into this video do the work. We love a good fake cheekbone. So, back to this orangey weird color from Jaclyn Hill that I'm going to apply. I'm pretty much going to stamp this color right into my bottom lash line. Spoiler alert, I already have some like grayish shadow and eyeliner in that lower lash line anyway because, okay, I'm like the type of person right now that really wants to have like huge winged liner and like a super smudgy smoked out under eye. So that's literally what I do for work every single day because I think it makes me look more attractive when I have literal gray eyeshadow in my under eye area. So that's what you're seeing right now. But we also are going to take the time to apply some orange into that area as well. Oh, this is turning into an okay look. I'm proud of myself. So now that I have colored my under eyes orange, it is time for an inner corner highlight. I'll admit, I'm not quite sure what to do. I think instead what I'll do, I think what I'll do is I'll just take like a silver eyeshadow. I have one in mind and I'll just add that as an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that and I'll be right back. So this is that silver color right here. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Liberty. I'm literally just going to apply this right into my inner corner area. I'm thinking honestly that is a good alternative for the silver color in the palette, but not going to lie, I have a feeling that the ColourPop Liberty eyeshadow is just going to be better than whatever silver color they have in this palette anyway. Because I mean, look at that. It's kind of hard to beat that. And then to make this look go a little bit more pa 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 va va voom, I'm going to take my little angled brush and I'm just going to dip into this black color from the James Charles palette, and I'm essentially going to elongate, darken, and extend the winged liner that I already have. See, you're probably like wondering, why don't I do like this type of liner originally? Well, here's the thing. I think that if I'm just doing eyeliner and no eyeshadow, and if I'm not necessarily doing anything too crazy, I don't necessarily need a big dramatic wing, you know, or I don't want that. But, sorry, that was like really loud thunder. But whenever I'm doing like a fun, like just bright look like this, I kind of want everything to be like bigger and bolder, so that's why I'm making the eyeliner reflect the mood of the makeup look. The constant challenge that I'm facing with winged liner every single time I do it is making both sides appear even. Did I fail miserably today? Yes, pretty much. The constant challenge that I'm facing whenever I do winged liner is making both sides appear even. Did I fail at that today? Yes, and quite miserably. But anyway, let's move on to false lashes. And by the way, in case you didn't watch my last video that I did with the Jackie Aina palette, because I mentioned it in that video, and I'll mention it in this video as well, I am not going to be doing any mascara because I already have mascara on from today. So I don't want to put any more on because it will just turn a little bit too clumpy. So I'm just going to go straight ahead, put some glue on my false lashes, and apply them straight to my lash line. Alright, my bangs are looking like they're having a party on their own, but for my mouth, I'm going to go ahead and do a lip combination that will include one of the Huda Beauty mini liquid lipsticks. So this is in the shade Vixen, which is like the dark brown. And then over the top, I'm going to try and use the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Fairy Floss. Alright, so that pretty much finishes up this look, inspired of course by the Jeffree Star and Morphe palette collaboration thingamajiggy. But I do like this look, I will say that. I like this look. I will say that this palette I don't particularly like. And by the way, this has nothing to do with my opinion on Jeffree Star, on Morphe. Whenever I look at a palette such as this, I just don't like it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I do like to look at the individual colors that I chose, but the way this entire palette came together is just not the best for me. Honestly, I feel like both Morphe and Jeffree Star could do better. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. Thank you so very much for watching until the end, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.